What is the single biggest obstacle that creatives face? It's not money. It's not having enough time. It's not that you don't have the right gear. It's that we're afraid. Fear for creatives is a very real thing because we are judged more than most people, because what you do and what you are and who you are actually all kind of wrapped up into one big piece. There are a lot of trolls out there. There are a lot of people that instead of creating, they would much rather just destroy everything and knock it down to the ground. So I'm going to let you in on a couple of secrets. Number one, get started. Just go for it. So I've been in this business now for over 37 years. And if I had to say the one thing that makes the biggest difference between success and failure in all the creatives that I've watched over the years, all the students that I've mentored, the one thing that makes the biggest difference is actually relationship. It's not your gear that's going to keep you in business. It's not your skills that are going to keep you in business. Those are just enough to open the door. That's the bare minimum of what you need to bring to the job. That's not what makes you special. What makes a difference is the personal connection, is the ability to get in and understand what the other person needs, how they're feeling, and to help them through that experience. Because I want to walk you through something that's kind of crazy, especially as a fellow creative. What we do is not make videos or photographs or social media posts. That's not what we're doing at all. That's just how we deliver what we actually do. Because what we do is actually tell stories that support the dreams of the people that we're helping. Their dreams may be to connect to more people or sell more things or to get more notoriety, more fame. That's what we're helping them do. It's not that we made them a video. Nobody in 37 years has ever come into my office, plopped a bag of money down on my desk or a blank check and said, doesn't matter how much it costs, just make me a video. Every single person who's ever come to my studio or to my office, every person who's ever hired me for anything, they had a dream, they had fear, they had a need, and I was there to help them. And honestly, if I used a Blackmagic camera or if I used a Red, it didn't really matter. If I used a Canon or a Nikon, they could care less, as long as it was effective and did what they needed. I'm going to tell you a secret about my career that's kind of interesting. I did a lot of white label work for ad agencies, and I did a lot of behind the scenes work, filming and editing for bigger companies, Fortune 500s and manufacturing companies, a lot of boating companies. And a lot of those companies, I wasn't dealing with the big guy. I wasn't dealing with the CEO or the president or even the vice president of marketing. I was visiting with a middle manager. They got a shot to get their shot, right? So they either had the opportunity to make something that was going to help them advance their career or was going to knock them off the ladder. And there's a lot of fear that's involved with that. If you're wondering why, as a creator, they aren't picking you because you're $20 cheaper than the other guy or that you're half price, it's not the money that they're hiring you for. And anyone who tells you that price is the big objection is actually masking it with something else, because the big fear that they often have is, if this doesn't work, my career is affected. And it's a very valid and very real fear. So when they come to you, they want to be confident that you know what you're doing, confident that you understand their dream, their need, what they're looking for, not your vision or what you feel about it or what you want out of it. That doesn't matter. So it's not about being the best. It never is. It's not about having the best camera, the best gear. It's not about being the best or the fastest editor. It's not even about making the best product. It's about understanding what you're really in the business of doing, of connecting really well with these guys, understanding their needs, their wants, their dreams, and then going out and executing. And if you do that, you will keep working in this industry for a very, very long time, and you will have a lot of very happy clients. So the next time that you feel like you have to break the bank by getting a new lens or overmax that credit card by getting a new camera. I want you to sit back and think about what you really do, because you are not a equipment rental place. There are plenty of those. You can go get any kind of lens or camera you need for a few $100 or $1,000. That's not the issue. You are there to create, and you are there to support and tell the story of your client. I have known people who are incredibly skilled, good enough to work with Prince from the music, from the Revolution. They didn't do it for very long. And in later life, they had a hard time getting any work at all because they just didn't have those soft skills. They just didn't have a good way of interacting with people in a way that made them comfortable about continuing with them. So as you go through your career, if I had to say anything at all, yes, get some good baseline gear. Yes, invest in getting your skills up. But the number one thing you should really be looking at is delivering connection, delivering story, and making sure that what you're doing is supporting everything that your client needs. And more important than anything else probably is make them feel comfortable with you and what you're going to do for them. Because if you succeed in that, they will hire you. They will love you. And a lot of times you are only going to get to work with them a couple of times before they get promoted. But when they do, you better believe that if you've treated them right, if this has been all about them, they're going to tell the next person that comes in and takes their job, hey, this is the guy that you really want to work with.